Meet the Sharmas. Vishal.
Oh, wow.
Manisha.
Ta-da!
Akash. And Alicia.
What is going on?
This Birmingham family are about to fast forward through 50 years of British Asian history.
That is so cool.
To discover how previous generations of South Asians
I think you're funny.
Yeah.
put down roots,
It's orange, it's my favourite colour. And the TV, I just want to give it a hug.
began to prosper,
There's a shop.
With our name on it.
and helped create modern Britain along the way.
Balti?
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Liebe Frau Milch.
Starting in 1950,
I'm glad I don't have to sleep next to Dad.
I think we do, Akash.
Huh?
they'll experience firsthand what life was like at home
Last push. Yeah!
at work,
When I say £1, you say mango.
and at play.
Oh, a bit of a shimmy.
Through the good times
High five, all right.
Well done.
and the bad.
Just makes you sick to the stomach, doesn't it?
All told through the story of one city. I'm Noreen Khan, and I've lived and worked in Birmingham for over a decade. As Britain's most ethnically diverse city, it's got something for everyone. A quarter of Birmingham's population have South Asian heritage, including me. Like so many others, my dad decided to leave behind everything he knew to try and make good in a strange country. So I want to know, what was that like? How did that decision made by thousands who came before and after him lead to the incredible fusion of two cultures that shaped modern Britain as we know it today? Following in the footsteps of these pioneers are the Sharmas and their extended family. They live in Solihull, just a few miles outside Birmingham city centre. Both Mum Manisha and Dad Vishal work in healthcare,
Why does this feel like the Last Supper?
while Alicia and Akash are both students.
Yeah, we're either going to be besties or we're just going to stop speaking to each other altogether.
From my perspective, it's understanding where did my parents come from, what were their struggles, but also what did they wear, what did they eat.
I think it'll bring your family closer together, because at the moment you are only living with your mobile phones.
Vishal's parents, Yogesh and Kailash, left India to make a new life in Britain nearly 50 years ago.
When I got here, and I was very, very cold all the time.
I think it will be emotional to see what that challenge my mum and dad went through when they first came. How they found their feet. Strangers became their friends, and those friends became their family. They're really true worthy pioneers.
The Sharmas are leaving their modern lives behind to experience life as new arrivals in post-war Britain. In 1948, the Nationality Act had given everyone from Commonwealth countries the right to live and work in Britain. Hundreds of people from India and Pakistan headed to Birmingham. To help me understand why, I'm joined by historian Yasmin Khan. So Yasmin, what is it about an area like this that would have made it so popular for people coming over in the 50s from India and Pakistan?
Birmingham had a massive need for industrial labour, and there were loads of jobs. Britain was in a terrible state at the end of the Second World War, and lots of areas had been bombed out. There was lots of rebuilding to be done, and people knew that they could come and get well-paid jobs quickly.
The Sharmas will be living in Sparkbrook, a residential area close to Birmingham's industrial centre, and where many new arrivals found their feet. We've transformed this house into the sort of accommodation available. For around £1 a week, migrants could rent a sparsely furnished room with access to a shared kitchen.
So, Noreen, come in.
Oh, wow.
This would have been a typical lodging house, a place that young men would have come when they arrived from South Asia.
Mattress on the floor.
Suitcases stacked up.
And look, there's some rules here. It says only 1 bath per week. It is all very basic, isn't it? Rooms were often shared by several people. Yasmin, there's a bed rota here. Day users must be out of bed by 6 p.m.
They've got a bed rota because they were hot bedding. That means that while some are on the night shift, others are sleeping.
That bed would have got very smelly. New arrivals had little choice about where they lived. Overcrowded accommodation in poor condition was the norm. But most people from India and Pakistan saw this as a temporary situation. Their plan was to return home in a few years, having made their fortune.
People wanted to keep their costs down. They wanted to keep things cheap and try and sort of get as much money as they could to save and spend as little as possible on accommodation and food.
Many passenger lists of the time have survived.
You can see a whole list of names here, the proposed address in the UK and their country of last permanent residence.
I'm just looking at all of these places they've arrived from as well in India, like Jalandhar, you've got Bombay, you've got Amritsar, Hoshiarpur.
And there's one here where you can see something interesting too.
Oh, Sparkbrook.
So that's the proposed address in the United Kingdom. So this individual, Bhutta Singh, is planning on coming to Sparkbrook. So he knows where he's going.
Yeah.
And there's something else here that I wanted to show you. Anything you notice there?
They're all men.
They're all men.
In the early 50s, the vast majority of migrants from India and Pakistan were men leaving their families behind to make their fortune.
I mean, look like the brown Jimmy Neutron, but you know, feeling good.
So Vishal and Akash are leading the way.
If the people who came first managed to figure out absolutely nothing, I'm sure we can figure out how to survive, right? Yeah, we've got. Oh my God.
So where's the rest of it?
This is Akash.
This colour is nasty.
What?
Look at the mirror, it's dirty.
Yeah.
I'm glad I don't have to sleep next to Dad.
I think we do, Akash.
Huh?
I think we might be sharing.
Look at your legs.
Go on.
I can't because my feet are gonna hit the fireplace. That is horrible.
Oh my God. Last time we shared a bed, Akash was about 3 years old.
Vishal and Akash also have access to the shared kitchen.
Whoa.
That is tragic.
In 1950, many items were still on ration, and British staples were a far cry from what would have been available at home.
How's that say? Your favourite?
Beans at least.
Baked beans. Which then worries me for your friends that sleeping in that bed.
Thanks, I mean.
Not great.
I'm back to help the boys settle in. Hello.
Hello.
I've come with some gifts, actually. That's a lovely V-neck hand-knitted sweater for you, Akash, which I think will look very cool on you, and some scarves. Because, as you can imagine, back in the 50s, when people did arrive from India, Pakistan, bless them, they had no idea how cold the weather would be.
How did you know I always wanted this jumper?
I knew that was your favourite colour as well, Akash.
Thank you, Noreen. You're the best.
You're very welcome. OK, well, Vishal and Akash, as the men of the family, remember your game plan is to come to Britain for a few years, earn as much money as you can, and then go back home with better prospects. Your absolute priority now is to try and find some work.
OK.
So, I've come with a bit of a tip for you.
Oh, brilliant.
I have a bit of paper here with an address on it.
OK.
And they will sort you out with some work. In the early 50s, manufacturing in Birmingham employed hundreds of thousands, producing everything from cars to clothing to chocolate. I've arranged some shifts for Vishal at the Acme Whistles Company. They've been making whistles in Birmingham for over 150 years. Vishal is operating the stamping machine. A skilled worker could stamp 10,000 units per shift.
Yeah, it is hard work. 8.5 hours of this, high force, 10,000 of these, 7 days a week, 70,000 whistles, constantly. That'll be tough going.
To make as much money as possible, extra shifts were the norm.
For the immigrants that came to do this kind of work, you got nothing but respect. They were doing monotonous, hard labour job, but they were prepared to do it. It does really make you recognise how driven they were, and that's why I think they relented doing 70, 80 hours at a time. I couldn't do that now.
There might have been plenty of jobs in Birmingham, but Indians and Pakistanis were often given the most dirty and dangerous work and the most unpopular shifts. With no plans to settle, many new arrivals were prepared to put up with this state of affairs as long as they got paid. Yasmin's back with Vishal's very first wage slip.
So, do you want to have a look?
Absolutely, yeah.
That's £12 for a week's work, so...
The whole week?
A whole week.
OK, right, wow.
But in today's money, that's worth about £400. You would have had to do some overtime and a night shift to get that, but I'm afraid I'm going to take it back from you and give you back £3.
But...
And the rest of this is going home.
Home as in?
Back to India or Pakistan if you were coming from Pakistan.
Oh, wow, OK.
Because...
Why so much?
That's what workers did. They sent back to their families and relatives the majority of their wage.
While Vishal puts in another shift, Akash is in charge of tonight's meal.
1 large chopped onion. 4 cans of baked beans.
Tonight's recipe is baked bean stew, Asian style.
What the hell is that? So the method here is to stab it until it opens and it's working. Let's put this down before I hurt myself. I think it might be time to add the beans. Let's not talk about that.
To mimic the taste of home, new arrivals had to get creative with what was available in British larders.
Curry powder. This is not a thing in my house.
Curry powder was the direct result of Britain's relationship with India.
You would not see anyone touch this stuff.
While Branston pickle was inspired by Bengali chutneys.
Now Branston pickle. This you put in sandwiches, not in beans.
Thank you, sir.
Returning from work, Vishal has brought guests for dinner.
Oh.
Hello, dear.
How are you? Nice to meet you. I made some food for us all.
Oh, thank you very much.
Just water?
Pravin and Salim are long-term residents of Sparkbrook.
Oh, gosh, we'll see what's your cooking skill. Are you chef or not?
That's just really nice. It's got a little kick and a bit of tanginess to it.
Did you put the ketchup in there?
No, I didn't.
I think that's the Branston pickle.
Yeah.
They arrived in Birmingham over 50 years ago, living in shared houses with other new arrivals.
What was your experience like? The living experience, the whole house.
When I came there, and there was 3 beds in the room. I think 3 rooms in that one, and there were two brothers. They were living in the living room. So there was 1 dining, 1 cooker, 1 toilet, and you have to queue for the toilet.
Pravin was just 16 years old when he left his family behind.
I found myself going to work within a week of being in this country. You get up 6 o'clock in the morning, 7 o'clock you're at work. You don't come back till about 6:30, 7. I come from work and I used to cry every day that I want to go back, I want to go back. The thing that made me stay in this country was my father. He sent me here. He borrowed money of people. I used to remember my mother every day. It still brings tears. I said, no, I'm going to put up with this. I'm going to make life better. Whatever I am today is thanks to all the hard work and faith my father and mother had in me.
It makes me feel bad for making this.
I don't think I ever comprehended how hard it really was, and realising how difficult it must have been and how much sacrifice they must have had to make and try and help their families back home who were poor. I think that really, really resonated with me today. Mattress is really uncomfortable, right?
My feet stink.
With plentiful work and wages far higher than in India or Pakistan, a short stay in Britain often turned into years away from loved ones. For many, it was worth it.
Oh, just relax.
Oh, look at that.
It's better than the bed downstairs. You could sleep here.
Yeah.
By 1955, these South Asian men could afford a bit more space and a few little luxuries.
You'd place that on here, and Anita would read the grooves and then play the music. You never come across that before?
I'll just stick to Spotify.
With life in Britain going well, many reconsidered their original plans to return home. And instead, some began sending for the family they'd left behind. So, this year, Manisha and Alicia are joining the men.
I feel really proud of my heritage wearing this. It's so beautiful. The colours are just so bold and vibrant. I can't even begin to imagine what it must have felt like as a mother to not see her son for years, to be able to see the family, to see the husband, see the sons. You'd have been so excited. This must be it.
Hi! Come on in.
Oh
my God.
Hi.
You've gone taller.
You've gone more grey. What happened?
Wow, lovely living conditions.
Can you see in that mirror?
I thought you'd mentioned the dirty mirror as soon as you walk in.
The Sharmas are now the only family in the house.
Okay. Got more bed space.
Oh, there's a bed. Okay.
Yeah, two mattresses there.
Looking around and I'm just thinking, but it is still pretty gross, isn't it?
From now on, the kitchen will be Manisha and Alicia's domain.
Oh my goodness. I'm struggling for words.
Hang on, where's the fridge? There's no fridge. Why is the milk there? But there's not a fridge, is there? That's the cooker.
What's in there?
I'm really struggling with this kitchen. I don't even know where to start.
Luckily for Manisha, women of the time were a bit more prepared. Many brought their kitchen with them.
Yeah, I've got the rolling pin. Yes, where's the board?
The
Find
timeless
the board.
rolling pin.
Is it in there? Yeah.
Oh, Mum's happy now.
We can make chapatis.
You can make
Puris.
chapatis.
A better equipped kitchen wasn't the only improvement. Life outside the home was also catching up. By the mid-50s, entrepreneurial types had cottoned on that there was a growing market in Britain for South Asian ingredients.
Oh my God, Mum.
Oh my goodness. Hi,
Hi. Oh dear.
Oh, and then get your coat off and give me a hand.
For dinner, Manisha is using a recipe from Indian cooking. Written by Sabitri Chowdhury, who'd lived in Britain since the 30s, the book combines Indian cooking with everyday British ingredients.
So we're going to make the liver curry. There's a recipe here.
Liver was one of the cheapest meats a housewife could buy.
I can't deal with the blood.
How do you eat that?
Manisha and Alicia are vegetarian. In the 50s, they'd be expected to cook meat for the family.
My mum was vegetarian, but Dad ate meat. But then Dad might have washed it, because Mum didn't like to touch it. But then Mum did the cooking for it. I don't know how she knew how to cook it.
I wouldn't touch it for the life of me, if I'm honest. I remember why I'm vegetarian now. And then add your turmeric, salt and chilli powder. It really doesn't make you feel hungry
I'm just
beforehand.
gonna put it in, yeah. See, maybe even just the smells would have helped them have that feeling of home, right? Actually, where are the oven gloves?
Boys, dinner's ready.
Hello, Dad.
Hi. Oh, wow.
Come and take a seat.
This looks awesome.
I don't know how tough this is going to be.
South Asian women took great pride in cooking for their family. So Manisha has also prepared parsnip curry, chapatis, and a traditional salad.
It's pretty tough, I don't want to... I don't know what I'm eating.
Nice.
What does it taste like?
Oh, it's slightly more tougher than lamb or chicken.
Do you know which animal liver curry?
Well, everyone has a liver, Mum.
Wait, you don't know where it's come from? Yeah, no? I'm not, maybe,
Guess the liver.
but it could be. As a mum, I was thinking, main job for me is my food and making sure that's right. And so then when you're struggling to eat it, you feel like you're letting everyone down. It's awful.
No, it's not that bad.
As a mum, as a wife, I felt like a bit of a letdown when it came to the final meal. But everybody ate it, and I think they were just happy that we were all sitting together, and that was wonderful, just being able to be together. And I can imagine it must have been really nice for those families to actually reunite, to have been apart for 5 years and to then come together must have been so special.
Luxury living.
1956, guys.
With factory shifts starting at 7 a.m,
Here you are, got you some tea.
Birmingham housewives had to be up even earlier.
I'm just making some breakfast. I'm gonna just make some nice buttery rotas for us.
In 1956, breakfast in an Indian or Pakistani household was still very traditional and labour-intensive.
But I feel like having this on a morning would be a bit of a
treat.
A luxury. Dad, your parota's ready.
Do you want to serve that on the table?
In their modern lives, the Sharmas share cooking and chores between them. But this is 1956.
Looks so good. Smells amazing. Sucks because, like, I'd want you to put it on my plate first.
I know. That's the other thing, isn't it?
You have to sit there and watch it be made and just, like, look at it and serve it to the men first.
Yeah. I mean, even us growing up, I found that we always we served the children first, then the men, and then the women ate. And that was when I was growing up, so go figure.
While the vast majority of Birmingham's South Asians were still working in manufacturing, others were looking to make their own way.
Now, scales, rope, bags, money. Am I a drug dealer?
Akash is starting his own business as a spice peddler. To save housewives a trip to the wholesalers, peddlers repackaged bulk spices and sold them door to door.
Garam masala.
Yeah. Oh, God, that's lovely. The women would have been so excited to see you come in knocking on the door because you've got the solution, you've got all the spices. You're a bit of a Del boy, though, knocking on the door, I could imagine.
I'm my dal boy then.
Yeah, you're the Del boy. Can we have our own supplies, please?
Sort you out.
Unlike their male relatives, South Asian women rarely went out to work. But that didn't mean they couldn't earn money. I'm back to show them how.
Hello, ladies. How you doing?
Hi,
And my question is, can either of you sew?
We know the basics, don't we? Nothing extraordinary.
Okay, right. In that case, I'd like to hand that to you, Manisha.
Oh, thank you. I think these are the shirts.
So your job is going to be to sew buttons onto these shirts.
Okay.
Have you ever threaded a needle before?
It's gone through.
That's it. Well done. You've done it. Well done.
Oh, no, you didn't put the top
do
in
the
it.
knots.
We could be here all day.
A lot of South Asian women, to earn money, would actually sew from home and usually sew for 8 hours a day, for 6.5 days a week, earning £4 a week.
A week.
A week?
A week, yeah. It's about £100 in today's money.
That's not a lot at all. So when was I supposed to do all that cooking and cleaning?
And for women, this was their way of contributing, you see, to work from home.
No, in that respect, I think you'd feel quite good as a woman because, like you just said, contributing to the income.
Working from home made settling in Britain that little bit harder.
So for the men, you see, they were going out and working, so they were meeting people, they were learning the language, but the women pretty much just going to the corner shop to get the essentials and then back home again.
Yeah. As you said that, it reminds me, it's probably the reason why my mum didn't pick up English as quick, because she was at home for the majority of that time, whereas Dad would be out.
Yeah.
With no places outside to socialise with other South Asian families, visits to each other's homes became a valuable lifeline. So, the Sharmas are preparing to host their first party. While Manisha cooks up some family favourites, Vishal's parents, Yogesh and Kailash, are bringing the entertainment.
Hello. Hello.
Looking good. I look like you.
Yeah, that's good.
A shared experience of leaving the land of your birth to make a better life for yourself in a foreign country led to lifelong friendships.
Yeah, when we were young, we'll gather together every Sunday evening and we will sing a song together.
Together? Oh, wow.
That's the only way we can see people and spend a bit of time together and share all our back home stories and memories.
One of my friends, he used to play tabla and I used to play harmonium and we used to sing together.
Were you like a boy band?
In a boy band.
New band, DJ and AK now.
We had some fun. We've been able to relax for the first time, isn't it? Since we've been here, we feel a bit more, you know, we've done something.
Me and my granddad are going to start a band soon. EP landing soon. Stay tuned for that.
It was really nice spending time with my grandparents today. I think they were trying not to get emotional, but I'm sure it did bring back a lot of memories for them.
You shared your food from all parts of South Asia that you came from. You shared music. It was a really good way of connecting and forming new bonds in a strange new world that you'd all been thrown into.
By the late 50s, many South Asian families were beginning to feel like Birmingham was home.
Get in there, get a bit more water and soap.
But for a family like the Sharmas, no house could be a home without a mandir, a Hindu shrine.
Oh, wow. Oh, beautiful tray.
Oh, that's beautiful for the incense.
Well, I remember when we first bought our house, we didn't have any furniture, there was nothing in the house. And our first thought was we need to just set up a little mandir and
bless this house.
Bless this house, yeah.
With a murti. Wow. Oh, that's beautiful. That's a beautiful murti of Ganesh ji.
That's really beautiful.
That's definitely centerpiece.
Modern Birmingham has hundreds of mosques, gurdwaras and temples. But in 1958, British Asians had far less choice about where they could worship.
Just the smell of the incense just makes it feel homely, doesn't it? Mm-hmm. Perfect. Really happy.
Guys, it's 1962.
This morning's breakfast is dal and rice, a typical start to the day for those with a Punjabi background like Vishal.
Got a telegram. Post office.
A what?
Telegram.
A telegram.
It's like a email, sort of. From Beena Desai, Delhi Airport. Leaving Delhi. Stop. Will arrive soon. Stop. Beena and family. Stop.
Well, let me see. What does that mean?
That means Beena Mummy's coming.
Oh my God.
Stop.
Stop.
In 1961, the government passed a new Immigration Act, making it much harder for people to come to Britain. But it wouldn't become law until July 1962. Worried they would never see their loved ones again, those already here sent for their extended families, in a hope to beat the ban.
There must have been elements of panic, like, oh my God, you know, I don't want to be here all by myself.
I can imagine being a woman, knowing that my family's coming is a relief. It's like support for me.
Immigration in the UK jumped from around 6,000 in 1960 to over 40,000 leading up to the ban. Uncles, aunties, sisters and cousins all made the journey to join families already here.
Hello! Oh my God! Surprise! Come in.
So, Manisha's cousins, the Desai family, are joining the Sharmas.
Look how much she's grown!
In their modern lives, the Sharmas and the Desais spend time together regularly. But in 1962, many families hadn't seen each other for years.
For me, having her here is like the biggest help in the world.
Yeah, she can come around whenever she wants.
New arrivals also brought goodies from home.
Should we stick some music on?
Yay!
You can just imagine the joy people would have had to see their family after such a long time.
Must have been really refreshing to see some familiar faces. For them back then, must have been a big thing.
The irony of it all was, because of this ban that they were imposing, the numbers in this country of British Asians grew exponentially. You got this one wrong, Mr. Politician, because what you wanted, you ended up achieving the complete opposite.
It's 1964. With over 10,000 South Asians calling the city home, housewives could now buy anything from poppadoms to pickle. The potential of this growing market didn't go unnoticed.
I've got some spices.
Big-name British brands were also getting in on the act.
That is the Boots logo. I've never seen herbs and spices there. So there's me feeling super proud that my son is an entrepreneur, got his own business, and now he's got competition. Great.
This year saw the opening of Birmingham's iconic Bullring shopping centre and markets. Comedian Shazia Mirza is here to show Agash how the Bullring could provide new opportunities.
Are you Akash?
Yeah, I'm Akash.
I'm Shazia.
Nice to meet you.
Now, I used to come here when I was a child.
Wow.
Yeah, the rag market was famous because you can get anything here, anything you want. You can get a pound of fish, bag of knickers, yeah, a bra, a rug, you know, some tiles, a screwdriver, anything you want. And on a Saturday, my mum would go, right, we're going up the Bullring, you know?
Hiring a stall in the new open-air market was a low-cost way to start your own business in a prime location.
And this would have opened many doors for you, many opportunities, and you would have earned quite a good money from it. Because, you know, when the immigrants came over in the 60s and the 70s, a lot of people might have done door-to-door salesmen selling stuff, then opened up a stall, then opened up a shop, then opened up a warehouse. So they're really good in kind of progressing, moving with the times, doing business.
For South Asians, running your own business was one of the few ways to better yourself. Many leapt at the chance to get ahead.
It doesn't actually matter what you say, just make a lot of noise. So you could stand here and you could just go, pound, a pound, a pound, 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 pound. You don't stand there like an accountant. Give it a go, give it some of...
Pound, pound, a pound, pound, a pound, a pound. Is that good?
That was brilliant, Akash.
Okay.
But there's a very fine line between attracting an audience and frightening people.
Multi-million-pound South Asian-owned businesses like Boohoo, Joe Blogs and Natco all started on market stalls.
When I say £1, you say mango, 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 mango.
It was really good. Had to go seek new opportunities in town. As a young man, exciting and like a whole new world, like a new chapter for them.
Now get your mangoes out, everyone! Get your mangoes out!
I've never been so much in love. I gotta say.
1966, people.
Hey Mum, check this out. Miss World 1966. The Miss World crown was carried off by India. 23-year-old Rita Faria, a medical student.
That's fantastic. Have they got a picture of her?
Yeah, she's gorgeous.
Oh, wow. She deserved that. She looks beautiful.
Look how angry they look on either side of her. They want to kill her.
Rita Faria was the first South Asian woman to win the title.
The fact that you've got a brown woman on the front page of the Daily Mirror in the UK is a massive deal. I haven't seen any representation of girls like me anywhere up to now. You know, reading the magazines, it's all just white women in dresses, and I'm here in my sari.
In 1966, young South Asian women like Alicia would have been expected to follow the traditions held dear in India and Pakistan. First things first, making a good marriage. Yasmin's back to play Cupid.
I want to talk to you about marriage. I've got a few things for you here to have a look about.
On my radar.
Well, in the 1960s it would have been. So these are some prospective suitable boys that I've brought for you to have a look at.
And there she's 28 years old, and he is a trainee solicitor.
Oh, solicitor.
This is Akhtar. He's 30 years old. 30 years old.
Get older and older.
His occupation is mechanic. Oh, he's showing off his wheels. It's like old age Tinder, isn't it? You just look at a photo.
Swipe.
That's left.
In the 60s, the average age of marriage for women in India was 18.
It's our family who have sent these pictures, so our family members would have thought that these were suitable people who are in good jobs.
It would have been immensely important to everybody in the 1960s arranging marriages, because their families really want to make sure that they continue their connection to their faith and to their community
and stuff.
And their tradition, exactly, even while they're in Britain.
I love my parents, but, you know, when it comes to making a decision about what happens to me for the rest of my life, this will affect my whole future, I don't know whether I would put that trust in you.
But it did work for some people.
Oh yeah,
too.
I think a lot of the long-living marriages of my grandparents' generation are around because of arranged marriage.
So any preferences?
Did you think you were going to get married?
I wasn't planning on getting married, but now I feel like I have to choose a husband.
It's 1968. Birmingham wasn't the only place where South Asians were flourishing. There were communities in Southall, Leicester, Bradford and Glasgow, to name a few. Thanks to mass migration, nearly 1 million people of colour had made their home in Britain.
More here.
This year saw the passing of the 1968 Race Relations Act. Before the Act, it had been completely legal to evict a family because of their skin colour, their nationality, even what they cooked.
To think that we could have been kicked out because somebody didn't like the smell of our food just feels disgraceful and shocking. I'm in disbelief, if I'm honest. I want to cook what I want to cook, and if you don't like it, tough.
The law might finally be on their side, but racism was still prevalent.
In a sustained outburst, Tory frontbencher Mr. Enoch Powell said that to pass the new race bill would be a risk akin to throwing a match on gunpowder. In a reference to the Roman poet Virgil's, he said, "Like the Roman, I seem to see the river Tiber foaming with much blood." It gets worse yet. At one point, Mr. Powell quoted a constituent as saying, "In this country, in 15 or 20 years' time, the black man will have the whip hand over the white man."
He has the audacity to say that when it was the British people, with all of their imperialism and colonialism, came and enslaved black people, and now they're saying, oh, the whip will be in the black man's hand. Like, that's awful.
Powell made his speech in Birmingham in protest to the Race Relations Bill. It would lay the foundations for arguments about immigration for years to come.
It's okay. Like, nobody disagreed. Just sat there like muppets. At every level, that's so wrong.
It was clearly a speech designed to polarise and really discriminate against not just South Asians, anybody of colour that lives in this country, to make them feel unwelcome.
It was really eye-opening at the same time to see people just could be able to do that and get away with it.
I think in the end it did still show the steely resolve South Asians and people of colour had to overcome and really try and build and contribute towards a multicultural society.
It's 1969.
To celebrate the end of the decade, the Sharmas are throwing a party.
I don't know what you're doing, but you're just pushing it into the wall even more.
I can feel the change in the energy.
Get up the bloody stairs, man.
The rest of the family are on their way to join in the fun.
Hi.
You look lovely.
Hello.
Look at my nose. Managed to do matching without trying.
And party food like this is the best kind of food.
Yasmin and I are also back to find out how the Sharmas found life in the 50s and 60s.
Hello. Hi. Come on in.
What part has been the toughest?
For me, the kitchen.
Yeah.
I don't know about you.
For me, her in the kitchen.
So, has it made you feel differently about the 1950s and the 1960s and your own grandparents and what they went through?
Yeah, they've had to work extremely hard to get to where they are now and live a life of comfort and give us this privileged life that we live. Yeah, we love you, we appreciate
so
you.
do you realise what we went through?
We understand now.
First generation South Asians who came over in the 50s, 60s, I think the whole journey was a series of progressions, small steps. Sometimes there've been little blips along the way. That can-do attitude of, we'll figure it out, whatever it is, we'll figure it out.
I don't think many people nowadays would share a bed with 10 other people, and to think that was their norm and what they've lived through, what they had to survive on, it just blows my mind.
I feel very proud of our ancestors, and they have worked extremely hard, harder than we could even begin to imagine. And what I've learned through this process is their resilience.
I'm really looking forward to the next decade. From the 50s to the 60s, I felt the jump in having more freedom, having more opportunities, feeling that Asians are more settled in this country. So I'm looking forward to seeing how our culture now blends into the wider community.
Bye, everyone.
Nice to see you again. I'm also looking forward to the clothes as well.
पिया पिया बोले मत वाला जी